Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Dent. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should be doing your own research before investing any money into crypto. We haven't looked at Dent in quite a while. It was requested that I review it or do a TA on the token in the comment section under one of my previous videos, so I'm doing it. And if you have any requests as well, make sure to leave them down below in the comment section. Let's jump straight into the TA. So taking a look at the weekly chart on Binance through TradingView, you can see that from the all-time high that we printed all the way back here in April of 2021, we are actually down 97%. So this is quite a nice retracement for an altcoin that actually survives the bear market. So anywhere from 95 to 99%, that's usually our bottom. If we take a look at the 1.618 target on this Fibonacci retracement, that is actually going to be 97.6%. Let me just get that straight on. There we go, 97.7. That's going to be our kind of bottom here, potentially, right? Potentially this is going to be our bottom. We have our 1.618 target sitting at 0.000534. So that's going to be our technical target based on this Fibonacci retracement. And if you want to know the swing low and the swing high, then we have the swing high here, August 2021, and our swing low is July 2021. I have the August high slightly off. Let me just get that. There we go. So that just moves the Fibonacci 1.618 just slightly higher to 0.000539. So that is our bottom usually, because once you start losing the swing low here that you create in on the Fibonacci retracement, and you lost that in May of 2021, usually you start coming back down and you retrace at least to your 1.618 target, and then you have your capitulation target all the way down here at the second fib level. So as you can see, we're basically coming back down to the highs that we printed in July of 2020, in January of 2021. We're coming back down to those levels because since then we've seen a very strong move to the upside since these little moves. So from November 2021 to May of 2021, you saw a 13, almost 14,000% move to the upside in 175 days. I think that is absolutely crazy. That's bonkers, as some people would say in in England, but I think that's this is an incredible opportunity. This was an incredible opportunity for you to make some money, and we may see the same thing happen in the next bull market. So if you are bullish on this project, I personally like Dent. I haven't bought into it, but I might as well do that because actually I forgot about Dent for quite a while there. But I'm just going to do some research into the project, see what they're building, what they're working on. I know that the project is focused on mobile network and, you know, connecting people to their mobile devices through blockchain, and they have their own SIM cards, and I do like that idea. Sounds very bullish to me, and I'm gonna do my research into that because a lot of time has passed since I did my last review. And I do want to see if there's still a viable option. If they are, I'm going to put in some money into Dent, and potentially we might see another move to the upside. Now, if we take a Fibonacci retracement just like we did over here, but we turn this with the low potentially at the 1.618, so let's assume that's our bear market bottom, and we're going to take the April 2021 high. That gives us a 22 cents per token for Dent. Now, from this bottom here to that area, that's going to be a 42,000% move to the upside. I don't know if we're going to be able to do something as bullish as that. So I potentially would be looking at, let's say, the 1.272. That would be 11,000 or 12,000% move to the upside, taking us all the way up to 6 cents roughly. Okay, that would be a very nice move in my opinion. Great. Maybe the 1.414 as well, taking us to 10 cents. That also could be possible. But for us to have more concrete targets to the upside, we need to see this bottom printed. We need to know that we have bottomed in this bear market, and we're only going to be able to do that once Bitcoin has the bullish cross on the weekly, okay? And once we have Bitcoin has broken above the August high, right? And once Bitcoin does that, a lot of altcoins are going to break above the August high, and that will be a major signal that we have bottomed. And once we have that signal, we're going to be able to lay down our Fibonacci retracements on pretty much every single chart and see what our 1.618 targets to the upside are going to be, okay? And yeah, that's what I'm doing basically. And like I said, I'm going to do my research into Dent and see what the team has been up to since the last time I reviewed the project. Jumping into the weekly, yeah, this is the weekly. Let me just switch over to the Binance chart real quick. Switching over to the Binance website, this chart looks a bit more clean. And as you can see, we are in a falling wedge pattern here. And we've created the high in November of 2021. And then we've had multiple touches over here, and right now we're in the apex of the pattern. So potentially, if we have a bounce from this level here to the upside, we might see a very, very strong uptrend for Dent. Now, I'm not saying we're going to be moving all the way back to our all-time high prices just yet, but I would be targeting the 55 EMA on the weekly chart, currently sitting at 0.001872. And if we do that, that would still come in play and you know, continue our downtrend here, because essentially we're going to be printing a lower high. Okay, so for us to be bullish, we need to be breaking previous major resistance levels. The first one would be the August high, then the April high, then the November 2021 high. Once we are able to do that, I think the all-time high is just a matter of question for us, for Dent. But yeah, that's what I think regarding Dent. And these two support trend lines here are very important levels for us to hold, because the first one is actually when we opened trading back in 2019 on Binance. So that was our swing high there. And we also have our swing low here, or previous swing highs, obviously, in August of 2020. This is where we printed this high, came back down. We haven't really back tested that level as support. So if we see a major capitulation for crypto and we see altcoins bleed, then we might see Dent kind of wick down to this area and have that, you know, super quick V-shaped recovery, hopefully. But hopefully it doesn't come to that. Hopefully we stay within the realms of this falling wedge and have a break to the upside, because once you're going to see something like this, once you're going to see the price tightening up like this, usually that is followed by a major break to the upside. Because as you can see, once you have something like this going on, it's typically followed by a pretty strong move to the downside. The same can be said about something like this. Once you have a very strong move to the downside, you have a little bit of a relief rally. So, you know, it's always balanced. Markets are never going to go one way forever, and markets are never going to go the way that everyone expects them to go. So if the majority are screaming we're going to 5K, Bitcoin is definitely not going to 5K. And I don't think objectively we're going to go to 5K. Now, obviously, we did say that about 20K as well, but I think that would be just a little bit too low. I think $10,000 could be wicked. Right, we could wick down to $10,000, but that's just for 15 minutes, and then we're going to have the move to the upside. So let's see what happens here. Be ready for both outcomes. As always, that's the motto of this channel. Jumping into the weekly RSI, pretty much the exact same picture here. We have a falling wedge, and this would be a great entry point for anyone looking to buy some Dent tokens. So that's where I might be entering as well. If we see one last capitulation in December or January, we may have that bounce off of the support of the falling wedge, and that's where I would like to enter. And other than that, pretty much stochastic in the bottom, basically chilling. And the MACD printed a bullish cross in July, and we're curling for a bearish cross here. But since we're not really doing anything on the weekly chart, we're basically in a sideways market, then I would not be paying attention or paying much attention to the weekly MACD for now, okay? But yeah, let's just see what the markets do. Be ready for any possible outcome. If I end up buying some Dent, my patrons are going to know of that. They're going to be the first ones to know, and then I'm going to share that on here on the videos on my YouTube channel, basically. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I'm going to catch you in the next video. Goodbye and good night.